Good morning, Shadle Park. This morning during advisory, you're going to get information regarding course registration for the 2020-2021 school year. Let's start by giving an overview of the registration process. Back in December, your core teachers, English, Math, Social Studies, and Science, had conversations with you and provided recommendations for the next appropriate course in each of those content areas. This week, on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, Shadle Park is going to be having one lunch. During that time, you will have an opportunity to visit elective classes. All of the elective classes will be located on the first floor, with teachers available for you to ask questions, see their space, and find out more about potential classes that you could use to fulfill your CTE, arts, world language, health and fitness, or other elective requirements towards graduation. After you've had a chance to do that, counselors will be visiting your English class. During this time, you will finalize your registration form, choose your electives, and verify the classes you wish to take next year. Lastly, during Secondary Conference Week, February 11th through the 14th, you will be reviewing your selections with your advisor and with your parents for next year. Let's dig a little deeper, starting with core class recommendations. On your form, you should have a recommendation under English, Social Studies, Math, and Science. These were based on conversations you had with your current teacher in each of those core content areas. If you wish to make a change to the course that is listed in front of you and recommended for you, you can discuss that with your counselor when they visit your English class. Please keep in mind that changes to your core classes must align with your post-secondary plan. In addition, note that in some cases a class may not run, so your counselor may ask you to provide a backup course. After that, you will have a chance this week on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to explore elective options in CTE, arts, world language, fitness, AVID, and more. The time during lunch is yours to use to stop by classrooms and stations all on the first floor so that you can learn more about courses available to you to fill out your electives for next school year. In addition to the information that's provided to you about your core classes and the opportunity for you to choose electives, you have some guiding information that will help you understand where you stand in relation to graduation and help you understand some guiding questions and goals of yours that should help you as you fill out this form. First, we want to consider your career aspirations and potential career pathway. Next, we want to think about the education that's needed for that career. In addition, we want to think about your test scores, including your SBAC and PSAT scores, and how those fulfill your graduation requirements in math and English. Lastly, on the far right-hand column, you want to pay attention to which graduation requirements you've fulfilled and which are left to be met. Boxes that are checked indicate courses that you have filled. Boxes left unchecked indicate courses you still need to fill. In addition, please note that all students, even seniors, have to take 6 classes and are required to have 6 classes. So please keep that in mind as you register for next school year. Okay, counselor visits to your classroom. If you're an 11th grader going to be senior next year, counselors will be visiting your English class tomorrow, Tuesday the 28th, and Wednesday the 29th. If you're a 10th grader going to be an 11th grader next year, counselors will be visiting your classrooms, your English classrooms, on Thursday the 30th and Friday the 31st. And lastly, but not least, if you're a 9th grader currently, to be 10th grader next year, your counselors will be visiting your English class on either Wednesday, February 5th, or Thursday, February 6th. Please be aware of these times, as when counselors come to visit, you will be finalizing your registration. And lastly, as we talked about earlier, secondary conferences are Tuesday, February 11th through Friday, February 14th. During that time, you'll have a chance to connect with your parent, your advisor, and you to discuss the course selections you've made for next school year. Okay, a little bit more information to make sure you know what's in front of you. In terms of graduation requirements, all current students in the class of 2021, 2022, and 2023, that's our current 9th, 10th, and 11th grade students, are required to have 24 credits to graduate from Shadle Park High School. In addition, in the state of Washington, all students must pass state assessments in both English and math. All students must also fulfill their Washington State history requirement, which most of you did in middle school, and all students must complete a high school and beyond plan. Some of the information on your registration form is used to help fulfill your high school and beyond plan and ensure that the courses you take prepare you for your next steps. Credit requirements. Let's do a quick breakdown of what you need for high school graduation, admission to schools in the state of Washington, and if you're an athlete, potential NCAA athletic eligibility. For high school graduation, students need 4 credits of English, 3 credits of math, including Algebra 1, geometry, and a third year, 3 credits of science, with 2 being lab sciences, 3 credits of social studies, 2 credits of world language of the same language in consecutive years, or students may choose a pathway-aligned elective based on their plan after high school, 2 credits of art, or students may choose one of those credits to be a pathway-aligned elective based on their plan after high school, 2 health and fitness credits, including 1 semester of health and a year and a half of fitness, 1 CTE credit, and 4 elective credits. Now, for those of you that think you're going to college or desire to go to college, please pay attention to the state of Washington caters the college admission requirements. In this case, students need 4 years of English, 4 math classes, as 4-year universities in the state expect students to successfully complete pre-calculus or take a math course during their senior year. You need 2 science credits, including one of them being algebra-based, 3 social studies credits, and 2 or more years of a foreign language. Please note that some schools require 3 years or more of foreign language for acceptance. In addition, State of Washington colleges require 1 arts credit. If you are considering being an athlete, I would highly recommend you speak with your counselor and let them know. Making sure your courses align to meet NCAA eligibility is critical and something that must be done up front. If you have questions, please talk to your counselor. Okay, assessment requirements. These connect with the testing that you do in English and math. In order to graduate from high school, all students must meet testing requirements in the state of Washington in both subjects. In English, you can meet that through the Smarter Balanced Assessment or a qualifying score on the SAT, ACT, AP Test, WAAIM, or for the class of 2021 only through a locally determined assessment. Or you can also use a qualifying series of CTE pathway courses. In math, you can use, again, the Smarter Balanced Assessment or a qualifying score on those same tests or the same CTE pathway. Both options are available in English and math. Okay, let's get to the good stuff. Here we're going to discuss core course offerings. Please pay attention as you think through the English course that's recommended for you, the math course, the science course, and the social studies courses that are on your sheet in front of you. Let's start with English. In the 10th grade year, students have two options. They can take English 10 or English 10 Honors. In the 11th grade year, students have options based on having met standard on the SBAC or having not yet met standard on the SBAC. If students have met standard, they have the options of AP Language and Composition, English 11, Mythology, Creative Writing, African American Literature, or Writing on Film. If a student has not passed the SBAC, students must take regular English 11. In the 12th grade year, the same situation applies. If students have already passed the SBAC, students may take AP Literature and Composition, Mythology, Creative Writing, African American Literature, Writing on Film, or Bridge to College English. If a student has not passed the SBAC during their 12th grade year, students must take Bridge to College English. In math, students need 3 credits, though at Shadle we strongly recommend 4 years of math for students. In your pathway, think about selecting the next appropriate course as you look at the diagram in front of you. Students move from Algebra 1 to Geometry, and then from Geometry to either Intermediate Math or Algebra 2. Beyond that, your math class is dependent upon what your goals are after high school. What course best aligns with the field of study and goals you have for yourself. Please note that students who have yet to meet their state assessment requirement in math must enroll in a Bridge to College math class during their senior year. This requirement is similar to that of English, and students who have yet to meet their state assessment requirement having to enroll in Bridge to College. Next up is science. Again, while students for high school graduation are expected to have 3 credits of science, at Shadle Park we strongly recommend 4 years of science for students. During the 10th grade year, students have the option to choose from Anatomy and Physiology, Chemistry, MESA Chemistry, PLTW Human Body Systems, Plant Science 1, Applied Field Sciences, Physics, AP Chemistry, or AP Biology. During the 11th or 12th grade year, students may choose from Anatomy and Physiology, Chemistry, PLTW Human Body Systems, PLTW Medical Interventions, though there is a prerequisite of earlier PLTW courses for that, Plant Science 1 or Plant Science 2. Students must have already taken Plant Science 1 to be in Plant Science 2. Students may choose from Applied Field Sciences, Physics, AP Chemistry, AP Biology, and AP Physics. And last but not least, in social studies, students make choices during their 10th, 11th, and 12th grade years. During your 10th grade year, students choose between World History and AP World History. During the 11th grade year, students have traditionally chosen between U.S. History and AP U.S. History, which also is designated as a college and high school course. Starting in the year 2020-2021, students may elect to take Multicultural U.S. History. This course looks through a lens of many perspectives and views U.S. history through each of those perspectives and how they shaped our current history today. Please note this is a new course and one that we encourage students to sign up for. So students in the 11th grade year may choose between U.S. History, Multicultural U.S. History, and AP U.S. History. In the 12th grade year, students choose between CWA Civics or AP U.S. Government and Politics. Note that students may choose in Social Studies to take AP Seminar Capstone and AP Research Capstone as a 2-year commitment. If students choose to do that, that class fulfills their student's CWA Civics graduation requirement, but they must take the class in the 11th grade year and in the 12th grade year. That is an additional option in Social Studies. Okay. Now that we're done with core classes, we're going to move on to your electives. So this is where you're going to get to choose courses that align with what you want in your future. When we talk about you choosing personal pathway electives, our goals are 1, that you choose classes aligned with your interest, that you choose classes aligned with your pathway, including your career goals and your plans after high school, whether that's a 4-year university, a 2-year college, a technical school, a trade school, the military, an apprenticeship, or the workforce. In addition, we want to ensure that your electives help you fulfill your high school graduation requirements in CTE, art, PE, and world language. Again, to review, students in the classes of 2021, 2022, and 2023 must have 1 credit of CTE, 2 art credits, though 1 may be an elective aligned with their pathway, a credit and a half of fitness and a half credit of health for a total of 2 credits, 2 credits of world language, or 2 credits aligned to their pathway, and 4 elective credits in order to graduate. Okay, let's explore elective offerings at Shadle Park. Let's start with CTE. The first career cluster for CTE is business and industry. If you're interested in that career field and that plan after high school, we would recommend choosing from courses such as manufacturing and materials processing, woods, advanced woods, manufacturing materials processing, metals, or advanced metals, aerospace engineering and manufacturing, the aerospace apprenticeship program, though an interview is required, auto mechanics tech, advanced auto, business and marketing or DECA, advanced business and marketing or DECA, store operations and management, the Highlander Hut, store operations and management, the Bagpipers Bistro during 0 hour, or independent business project, DECA. If your career aspirations include something in the realm of public service, courses that align to that pathway at Shadle Park are sports medicine, advanced sports medicine, foods and fitness, child development, early childhood education assistant, or teaching academy, careers in education. If you're thinking about a pathway in arts and humanities, a CTE elective that you could choose would be digital photography, AP digital photography, yearbook, stagecraft, or web design. And lastly, if you're interested in a STEM field, courses you can take include Intro to Computer Science, AP Computer Science, PLTW Intro to Engineering, PLTW Aerospace Engineering, though you need to have taken the intro class first, PLTW Principles of Biomedical Science, PLTW Human Body Systems, PLTW Medical Interventions, though you must have taken a Human Body Systems course in advance, Plant Science 1, Plant Science 2, knowing that you've fulfilled the prerequisite, Aerospace and Manufacturing Year 1, or the Aerospace Manufacturing Apprenticeship. In the apprenticeship course, you must have taken Aerospace Year 1. Okay, let's talk about art electives. In visual arts, students may select from Intro to Drawing, Sculpting, and Painting, Intermediate Drawing, Intermediate Painting, Advanced Drawing, Advanced Painting, Senior Studio Art, AP Studio Art, Ceramics, Advanced Ceramics, Digital Photography, AP Digital Photography, and Web Design. All of those classes fulfill a visual art requirement. You may also choose from theater arts. If you're interested in theater arts, classes we offer are Beginning Drama or Advanced Drama, which requires an audition. If you're interested in vocal or instrumental arts, students may select from Vocal Small Ensemble Intermediate, Intermediate Choir, which requires a vocal placement, Advanced Choir, which requires an audition, Vocal Jazz Ensemble, which is during 0 hour, and an audition is required, Advanced Band and Wind Ensemble, Advanced Jazz Band, which is 0 hour, Percussion Ensemble, String Orchestra, Chamber Orchestra, which requires an audition, or Guitar Lab. Okay, now it's time for a little bit of fun from our World Language Department.
At Shadle Park High School, we offer more than 2 years of language study. After you do your first and second year study of a language, you can continue with 3rd year, 4th year, and even 5th year AP if the numbers support it. Any language study above 2nd year is an honors class, and with that you can beef up your GPA.
I study Spanish because I've always wanted to learn the language. I think it's a very pretty language, and that I have a lot of heritage in my family of Hispanic background, so I kind of wanted to learn about that, and I've been interested in the places where they speak that language, so I thought if I traveled there and I knew the language, it'd be easier, and it would help me get some jobs, it would help me in college, and just thought it would be fun.
All right. Have you traveled with Shadle Park students before?
I have. I went to Costa Rica, and that was an experience. We went to a lot of places. We went to Tortuguero. That was pretty fun. Besides all the bugs and everything. I had a great time. It was really good. We were taken care of pretty well. So that's about it. It was fun.
Are you going to do any more trips?
I am. I'm going to the Spain trip in 2021, I think, summer. And I'm very excited to go to Madrid, and I hope we stay there for a while.
Okay.
So I'm excited.
Thank you.
Que se llama Gilberto. Clase, hola Gilberto. Hola clase.
Hola, clase.
Gilberto es responsable, inteligente, pero matemáticas es difícil para él. Son las 8 y Gilberto camina a la escuela.
What an awesome video from our world language teachers. In world language at Shadle, students may select from Spanish 1, 2, 3, 4, or AP Spanish, and French 1, 2, 3, 4, or AP French. Please note both options are strongly recommended and prepare students well for world language beyond high school, if that's their desire. Next up is fitness electives. Students need 2 credits of fitness and a credit and a half of fitness and a half credit of health, making up a full 2 credits to graduate from high school. In fitness, students can choose from advanced conditioning, 0-hour advanced conditioning, lifetime fitness, or foods and fitness. Other electives students may choose. Students may apply to be in leadership class, which is the 4th period class that's devoted to student leadership and service leadership. They can select to be in AP Psychology, AVID, grade 9, 10, 11, or 12, or for seniors only, students may apply to be a student intern. Please note, student interns must be enrolled in 5 other classes, so 6 total classes, including 4 core classes, an English, math, social studies, and science, to be considered for being an intern. Okay, that was a lot of information, so let's review. First and foremost, spend some time in advisory today reviewing your registration and advising form. Look specifically to identify what graduation requirements you have fulfilled and which requirements you still need to fulfill. Use this week's time during our lunchtime course fair to ask questions about electives you may be interested in, meet teachers of those courses, and identify which electives you wish to take next school year. Spend some time in the coming days talking with your family, parents, or guardian about your schedule for next year. Lastly, be ready to make your registration choices when counselors visit your English classes. If you are an 11th grader, that is Tuesday the 28th or Wednesday the 29th. If you're a 10th grader, Thursday the 30th or Friday the 31st. And if you're a 9th grader, that's Wednesday, February 5th or Thursday, February 6th. Most importantly, students, we encourage you to find balance between challenging yourself academically and being able to be a kid. We expect all students to have stretched learning in their schedule, all students to have challenge, but we don't want any student to be overwhelmed. Your counselors will have conversations with you about finding that balance when they meet with you around registration. If you have any questions, feel free to ask your teacher, your advisor, your counselor, or me. Good luck, Shadle.